And the more I go online, the more it feels like the Dark and Darker community is in shambles. You see Reddit threads, even just YouTube comments. You can't even go on YouTube without seeing the community just dissolve into toxic fumes and toxic waste. The gameplay is not going to be good because I suck really bad at talking and playing at the same time. There's going to be lots of cuts and stuff, but basically, Dark and Darker is definitely not in the best state right now, but people are taking it way too personally. Like, I think people need to just go play a different game or go do something else, because the way people are handling the game and the state that it's in right now is insane. You would think these people, like, don't do anything outside of Dark and Darker with the way they act. It's crazy. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh shit. I understand people not being happy with the state of the game. That's perfectly okay. You don't have to be okay with the game if you don't want to be. And yes, there's definitely issues. There's always been issues with the game. But the way people go about it and talk to YouTubers and streamers and stuff like that, it's like, it doesn't make sense. The issue is people with really high gear just stomping no-geared people in non-high roller lobbies. But that's not their fault. That's the game's fault. That's Iron Mace's fault, because there's no incentive to go play high roller. Like, say I have a really good kit, insane kit. Why would I go into high roller with no incentive when I could have a billion times better success rate in non-high roller lobbies? I can go into non-high roller lobbies, destroy everyone, have a way better success rate at surviving, which means more money, which means more gear, which that's the entire game, that's the entire point of the game. It's an extraction game. Gear. I get more gear, I get stronger, I get more money, I get more kills. I'm having fun. Not everyone's gonna have fun in that scenario. Not everyone's gonna win. That's the point of the game. No one. The game's description is supposed to be an excruciatingly hard game. And people are just absolutely bashing on people for the way they play, even though they're playing in the best way possible. Why would I spend 100 gold, buy tons of clarity potions, tons of gear and stuff to have insanely sweaty lobbies for little to no reward, when I could take all those really high gears, go with a really good 3-man, and just wipe lobbies? But to be honest, I feel like lately I've been finding more high gear people in non-high roller. The point is, I can go into non-high roller and have a way better success rate, most likely fight people who are less geared, who are less experienced, who are less skilled, and get out more often, which means I don't lose my gear, I get more money, and I can just go spend 200 gold on some insane purple gear at the traders, because the traders now give really good armor with really good stats that you can see, so you can just hold onto your money and just buy gear whenever you want and just wait. If you don't like what the rolls are, just wait, and then boom, you play another game, play another few games, get a shit ton more money, get a shit ton more gear, and you go to the trader. Oh, now the rolls, everything's swapped in the trader. Let's see what the armor has. Oh my god, look at this, look at this, look at that. Now you just buy that, when you would be struggling so much more in high roller. There's no incentive to go play high roller. Everyone's just having an easier time just destroying people in non-high roller. So the fact that people are just witch hunting and just harassing streamers and YouTubers for playing the game they want to is insane. It's not their fault. It's the dev's fault. The devs need to change high roller and make it worthwhile. I'm not gonna go into the gathering hall, buy a bunch of clarity potions, buy gear and stuff, to go into a half-ass full lobby in high roller to get destroyed because people have insane stats, when I could just be the dominating one in a normal Crips game. Just because people are dominating in regular lobbies with high gear doesn't mean they're bad people, doesn't mean they're assholes, doesn't mean you guys should harass them and all this shit because they're playing the game in a profitable, logical way. Why would I not play the game in that way? And I guarantee a lot of these people who are saying these things have done the same thing themselves. Let's take a look at my Warlock. I started this character recently because of the new perks and stuff they finished adding. And I got this whole set of armor, basically. All these rings, this cape, this amulet, from a fighter. from a fighter and non-high roller. And I was basically default gear. The thing with extraction games that people don't understand is there's highs and lows. The game, like I said earlier, is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be difficult. That's the point of the game. That's the name of the game. There will be highs and lows. You'll have those days where you hop on and you just get your ass destroyed over and over and over again. It's just that's just how the game is. But then there'll be one day where you hop in the game and you just feel like a god and you just get insanely lucky. That's what happened to me. I got a cape, all this good ass shit. I got magical healing and all this stuff within like 5 games just because I get lucky. And then you'll be that person that goes into non-high roller with really good gear, and you'll be destroying people. And you'll play 20 games without dying. You'll feel amazing. Then you'll die and lose all that shit. That's the point of the game. We can't be getting mad at people for using high gear because you're getting destroyed by high gear people when everyone's been in that spot before. If you haven't been in that spot before, then you're doing something wrong or you're just really bad at the game. There's no reason for you to play hours in this game and not get any decent gear once and go a few games doing really well yourself. If that's the case, then you're doing something wrong and you need to go. This probably isn't your game. And the issue with such big games like this, it's early access, whatever, they're still testing things, blah 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 blah. And yes, the game does have its issues right now. I'm not denying that. I don't agree with the fact that I can sit here with all my gold and just buy really good armor just for holding on to it and just waiting. Like, the gathering hall is completely worthless now. Like, there's no point for it when I could just sit here and get confirmed really good loot for cheaper. Like, I'm not seeing anything good right now, but guess what? In like a half hour, all of this will change. Like, look at this, +2 attributes for $120. That's like, no one's gonna be selling that in the gathering hall anymore, because before that shit would cost a couple $100. Now it's what, 120? I can get 120 in like 1 or 2 runs maybe. What's the point of even having the gathering hall now? What's the point of going into high roller? Like, why should I go into high roller with so much risk to no little reward when I can go into non-high roller, play a couple games, get some money, go to the merchant, go to weaponsmith, and go find a really good weapon? There's no incentive to go play high roller. And that's on the devs. So I think the biggest thing to take from this, all in all, is yes, the game has its issues. Yes, the devs have made some weird decisions lately with the armor and the trading and gear. Like, I don't agree with +3 all stats. I don't agree with +2 all stats. There should definitely be limitations. And besides the gear, there's lots of issues of the game that you might be experiencing besides just the gear. Like, why the fuck can fighter run around with a longbow and just absolutely demolish people? I don't agree with that. I think I'm seeing so many warlocks because warlock is fucking stupid right now. Warlock is broken. There's so many other issues to focus on rather than gear, because the entire point of this game is gear. It's an extraction shooter. Go play Tarkov and shoot a guy in the head 30 times with a gun, and you can't kill him because your bullets suck ass and you can't penetrate his armor. That happens, but you'll have one day where you go in, you'll get a Mosin Nagant off a scav, shoot a really high gear player in the head and kill him somehow, and take all the good shit, and then you have insane gear, insane money, and you just start stomping lobbies. That's just how the game is. Like, some days there will be off days, some days you'll have really good days, but we can't blame people for issues that aren't their problem. Why should these people who have really good gear force themselves to play an unfun game mode? Why would I go into high roll lobbies for little to no reward, fighting insanely sweaty people with meta shit and everything? And that's another thing I want to talk about, is meta. No matter what the devs do, people will find annoying things, and people will find metas, and people will find broken shit and abuse it. That's just how people are. If people say they're a casual gamer nowadays, it's hard to believe that, just because everyone is tryharding. Why would, like, everyone can call anyone a tryhard all they want. If I'm playing Call of Duty and someone calls me a tryhard, yes, I'm a tryhard. Why would I not want to try hard? Why would I not want to win the game that I'm playing? Why would I not want to do well and succeed and get better? The only way I can see people who are casual gamers are people who fucking come home from work, get drunk or smoke, and just literally talk the entire time they're playing a game, and who don't talk about the game, and that's the casual way I can see it. Besides that, everyone tries hard. Everyone will find broken metas and things to abuse, no matter what the devs do. So there will always be these issues. Even if the devs get rid of all like these crazy stats and everything like that and make limitations and stuff, there will be broken metas, people will get mad, people will complain. And all that is fine. It's fine to complain. It's fine to be mad and be annoyed with things. But we can't get mad at the community and each other for playing the game they want to in a profitable, realistic way. Like I said before, there's no the incentive for high roller is little to none right now when the trading system is how it is at this point. There is no reason to use the gathering hall. There's no reason to go farm high roller bosses and fight the lich with a really good squad 10 times to not get a legendary or like a unique when I could just buy a purple sword or a purple piece of armor from one of the merchants just because I got lucky, which is 10 times better than a RNG drop when I could just have a confirmed drop that I just look at the stats for. There are things that need to be changed, but we shouldn't get mad at the devs. We shouldn't get mad at people and YouTubers and content creators. Because at the end of the day, who cares? If people admit to going into high, like normal lobbies and stomping people, that's how it is. Stop complaining about it. They're doing that because there's no reason to go into high roller. They're doing that because they enjoy the game that way. But there will be one day where hopefully you can go into those lobbies, find these high level players. Maybe you learn to play a bit smarter and you learn to kill these guys. Sometimes it's impossible. Sometimes you'll just hit a guy 20 billion gillion times and he's just not dying. And that's just how it goes. But one day you'll get to that point too. Just because, like I said, you'll get these on and off days. The exact same thing happened to me. Boom. Got all this gear from killing one guy just because I stayed back, I played smart, I third-partied, and you just got a bit lucky. That's basically all there is to it. But let's let the game take its course. Let's let the devs decide what to do. If you're unhappy with the game right now, don't play it. Come back in a bit. There are other things to do. There's grass outside. Go take a walk. Go work out. Drink some fucking water. But don't go out of your way to go into the comments of a YouTube section just to bitch and complain. I went on YouTube today and I watched a video and this guy shit-talked a player in-game with VoIP saying, because the guy said, oh, you're just stomping pub lobbies. What are you doing? Going to high roller. And he said, because I feel like it, or like he said, because I like it, or something like that. Two things in that scenario. One, the enemy he was killing said something first. So shit talking is normal. Shit talking back. Yes, I'm gonna fucking destroy you. Yes, I'm pub stomping because I'm fucking better than you. Boom. Get fucking wrecked. Get owned. Whoa. VoIP. Banter. Shit talking. And then someone in the comments said that they're just, oh, I don't respect you anymore. Like you're acting toxic in front of your committee and stuff. You're gonna lose followers and shit. It's like you're going out of your way to say all that stuff. And then the video was a few days old, but this guy was going on day in and day out, texting and commenting, replying to people, and the thread was like 100 comments long. Like, what the fuck, dude? People need to like not take this game seriously. And you'll see that go into any Dark and Darker video. You'll see that stuff happen repeatedly. It's crazy. It's like people need to take a chill pill, man. And this is the exact point I'm trying to get at. Don't get mad at these people for playing a game in a way that makes sense to play. But it's just like, I digress, man. I don't know. It's just people need to relax, and I want to see this game succeed. But a lot of games die because of the way people act and the way communities grow, and just the way people will say anything that's on their minds. And it makes toxic communities, toxic environments, and no one wants to be a part of that. And then games die out, and then people make YouTube videos on why Darker Darker's dying, and then like it just feels like people want things to die and people want things to fail and not succeed. And it's so much more prominent in games or industries, anything that are big like this game. This game blew up massively, and I knew that was going to be a big drawback. I'm glad the game is popular. I'm glad the game is out. But I can't go on any communities. I can't go into Twitch chats. I can't go anywhere without people just constantly being toxic. It's like, relax, guys, man. Have some coffee. Here you go. Take some. Yeah. I don't know what to say, man. That's about it, yeah. See, inhale, exhale like this guy's doing. Just take a whiff of some coffee. Just realize there's a place outside of your computer screen.